Welcome back to Cards and Comics. And today I'm going to have part two of my epic mail day, which I'm going to go over Marvel and DC cards. And we'll start right here with a beautiful Gal Gadot Cryptozoic Star Power Red. And these are very shiny and they're almost like a rainbow effect in the background, a little bit of an etched foil looking as well. I wish that they would have done the set with both comic art and the actual actors. But Gal Gadot's super popular, and her auto in this set is beautiful, by the way. The autos in the set are really nice, and it's worth a ton of money. So this product, I think there's like one box on eBay. It's like $800, so it's a really expensive product for one thing. So it's something that is cool, but it's very expensive. And with no characters, there are sketches, but there's no real um, what I would call like PMG type products with art. They're all with the actual live character, kind of like the 2019 Marvel sets with all the PMGs of actors versus the art, and those aren't very popular at all compared to other PMGs. Now, here is the same set, but this is the preview. So if you look on the back, it's a preview card of Gal Gadot. Now, here's the thing: like this is the base set. The regular cards don't look this nice with all that gold foil on them, and if they had done the set like this, it actually I think it would look really really awesome. The main set's a little different, but these preview cards are beautiful, and they're not worth a ton, but Cryptozoic made really nice cards, like really nice cards. And again, I think Gal Gadot's always going to be Wonder Woman as far as popularity, and very cool. Next up is a card from the supervillain. So again, this line of products was heroes and villains, heroes and supervillains, and then they did do a supervillain set. So this set, the superheroes and villains, was pretty much sketches and characters, actors. Now they did a supervillain set where they did art, and I showcased a Harley Quinn gold out of here. So they had these gold proofs, and here is Cheetah, and you can see it's numbered out of 25. This is 7 of 25. I know it's a little hard to see with some glare from my light here, but yeah, really cool cards. Good artwork. Reminds me a little bit of the Marvel Masterpiece type art. And this is a number to 25. And again, I've got a few of these. I got Black Adam. I got a few different characters from this number to 25. Next up is a character I collect. So this is a PC card, or actually two cards, PCs. But these came out of 2018 Ultra XMen, and these are the X cuts. These are clear cuts. So basically, like the EX Sentry cards and Ultra SpiderMan, and see they're a similar style. So they're the kind of see-through acetate card. And I've got both the yellow and the regular Moonstar. The yellows are numbered to 25, or sorry, 50. And I believe there's a red and a blue. I think there's like 3 or 4 colors in the set. So I'm gonna try to put together the rainbow for Danny Moonstar, and the other Native American characters, Warpath, Thunderbird, and get whoever's got an acetate. I'm gonna try to build their rainbow, but start off with regular Moonstar and yellow Moonstar, number to 50. All right, so and then last of the kind of more common, but this one is really cool, and so I don't know how common it is. I think it's a short print. I wish it would say on the card if it was a short print or not. But this set has short print, super short print. It's from 2020 Marvel Ages and is the War Cloud. And this is the Scarlet Witch. Now the thing that's cool about these cards, and it's sometimes hard to get in the light, but they have a rainbow foil effect on them. And if you're on EPAC, that's really hard to see that rainbow effect because they're kind of like they look like just cards with a bunch of words on them, or these kind of like etches on them. I guess they're not words, they're like these they're words. Yeah, the way they're built. So it looks a little odd in how they built the card, but then when you see it with the rainbow foil effect, it makes the card really stand out. And so I really like these. I got the Spider-Man, I got the Doctor Strange. And so I'm just slowly picking these up because they're pretty inexpensive right now. And I feel like I'm just adjusting the light a little bit, maybe get some glare off of the card. So yeah, I really like these cards, and I really think that they're fun. Some of these are super short prints, and I think they're going to be something that from a collector perspective of getting some of your cool characters you want to get. They're not PMG or Jambalaya prices now. Next up, 2020 X-Men. So I showed this on one of my Instagrams. This is North Star. I've been picking these up in the $20 to $40 range. A lot of these red PMGs from last year's set, or the 2020-21 set. I think they're just really good value. Now, the greens in this set have gone nuclear. I think that's just like a FOMO thing where everyone's just chasing greens. But some of those characters in the greens aren't worth a ton just as characters. So we'll see if those, $1,000 for like a dupe or I don't know, like a Krakoa or something like that. I just feel like those kind of cards just won't keep that value. But North Star's pretty darn important, and he was one of the first to come out as gay, was married, so it has some lineage there in terms of having important storylines to the Marvel universe. So yeah, I think it's a cool card. I mean, it's super, not super expensive, and it's fun to pick up cards that aren't super expensive, just to have more cool cards around. Now the next one up, again, wasn't super expensive, and these cards are starting to see I call like coming back to earth a little bit, which is really these bronze, right? So the bronze PMGs from 17 and 18, they're numbered out 200. There's so many sets out there with numbering below 200 in terms of a base card that these really aren't rare, and so you're seeing a lot of people selling entire sets. And these bronze PMGs are just selling a lot because there's a lot of them out there. 200 is a lot of cards for modern cards that are supposed to be sort of rare. And even the reds are seeing a little bit of that effect. Really, it's the blues and up, blues, purples, greens that are seeing the tremendous spike. I think those will stay in value, but cards like this are going to be fun to pick up because you will be able to kind of get these at good prices, and they have a cool effect, that foil effect on these versus the refractor effect on 17. And this is a good character. Emma Frost is a good character. So I felt like it was a good risk to pick up more 7 or 18 PMGs, but I do think there is going to be some price correction on that card. Next up is a 17 Spider-Man Royal Foil Gwen Stacy. So I've got a lot of the 99s already, and so I thought, if I could pick up some of the other ones and maybe even get the full set, it'd be kind of fun to put together the Royal Foil set. This is numbered out of 99, and I am sending off to PSA my Wolverine number to 10 and my Spider-Man number to 25. I'm sending those to PSA. I'm going to do a video on my next PSA and SGC orders to kind of show you what cards I considered and which ones I'm sending, and I'm doing a kind of a fun crossover test as well. So that'll be a fun video that I'm going to put together, and I'm going to send those out hopefully on Monday. So I'm going to be recording that tomorrow or tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But here is Gwen Stacy. I think this is one of the I would consider this almost looks like a 70s photo of her. Very non-modern looking version of Gwen Stacy. So some of the photos they use for the set are really weird. Like the Carnage has got one of the worst photos because Carnage hardly ever looks like that photo. And they used something that I felt like was a very small moment in time he looked like that. And it I think it hurts the card's value a little bit. Now here's a card that I did show off on my Instagram. So I am slowly putting together the 1996 set. Marvel Masterpieces, and I started out with this is my first pickup. This is the Mystique. The card is very nice, and so you can see the back. It's card number 28. It's Julie Bell. So I really like this set. I mean, I've been looking at it for a lot of years. To me, the prices have stabilized a little bit now with these cards to where you can pick them up at, say, standard prices where you're not going to see huge spikes again for a little bit, I think, with these cards, but they're beautiful. Just putting the base set together would be fun, and it's a fun thing to collect, and they'll hold value, I think, as well. As this is just one of the OG kind of most popular masterpiece sets ever made. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. And then I also picked up Um, this guy, I just dropped a card. Um, so I picked up the Spider-Man. So this is card number 45 and an SGC 9.5. And again, I just love the cards. And this is, I think, so this is Boris's artwork. And I really think, these cards are pretty tough to grade. If you look at them coming out of packs, I've seen some pack openings. I think Spidey Jew did a few pack openings. And the cards don't come out super clean all the time. And they're borderless, and so chipping is probably a problem. So, but I think I might, when I get this set together, I might look at doing this set as a SGC graded set. So, just a little preview on the grading set, grading video is what I think I'm going to do is for PC cards, I'm going to probably SGC them, and just get them in a slab, get them in a holder, get them all kind of looking the same. And I think for cards like this, the SGC slab does a good job of showcasing the card. For cards that have tons of value, I'm still going to use PSA. That's just, right now the value differences on these cards are so high that I just feel like I have to. But, because those cards are probably going to be either for trade or for resale, and therefore they're not PC. And so I care that, the holder does create value. So I do need to probably pay attention to what holder it's in. So for the SGC guys out there, sorry, still PSA is bringing more, and especially on those big cards. Just getting the card I dropped. Oh. All right. So not last, but it's definitely a cool card. And I showed this off as well. So this is 1997 Skybox. This is the Uma Thurman Batman and Robin auto. Now, I talked about autos in one of my last videos, and I really think autos have some really good runway, especially of these top tier actors playing the most famous characters. And so I know this movie gets panned a little bit. I went back and rewatched it a couple of months ago, and it's not as bad as if you take it as more of a comedy and over the top like funny movie, then you won't get mad. But the dialogue is so bad, and just how it's all overacting, that it's just kind of crazy. But all the main cards or all the main actors in the movie, I believe, have autographs. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, you've got Alicia Silverstone, George Clooney. So I've seen all those autos live. So you could put this set together, and I love the fact Uma Thurman did a hot pink auto for herself to match her outfit on the card. Just cool. And Uma Thurman is just a cool actress, and I think people will want her auto in a pack pulled format of something, like a pack pulled, just in general. Now, what is bad about these cards? Well, they're freaking a different size. So I don't know, like, if they make holders for cards like this other than just top loaders. So to hold it and display it kind of sucks that you can't do anything with it other than in a top loader right now. I'm gonna look around a little bit to see if there's anything else out there to display it in, because I think it's such a cool card, and I definitely want to get the other cards in the set if I can. But I think this is a time period when people didn't care about cards as much, and so people didn't realize that everyone hates odd size cards because they're harder to buy holders and display. And that's the same complaint I had about Marvel Premier cards, the sketches. Once you get beyond the triples, you can't, like, and some of those quads are just, what do you do with them? You can't display them. There's no holders for them. They just didn't make a card. We don't really have a way to kind of display and hold those cards. They're so big, and so quads are just tough. And this is a similar thing. This card is weird sized. You can get a top loader, but that's about it. And for display purposes, I'd like to do a little bit more than just having a top loader. But that's just me and how I like looking at cards. Now, last but not least is a card that I picked up, and I was waiting for its mate because I had another card I was going to show off with it. Never got it in time, so I went ahead and decided to do this. But it's my 2013 Marvel Retro Jambalaya Iceman. And I have another one coming in that's a cool complementary character to this. It's a mint 9. It's the highest grade. I believe there's only 3 9s out there. So I think it's a cool card. Probably going to be the probably highest graded unless someone gets a 10 on him. But it's such a cool card. These year Jambalayas are kind of the OG. The one thing I'd say too is these cards are disappearing right now everywhere, and they're showing up only on like golden and big auction houses. So if you look on eBay, there's just a few of these, and they're really high priced. But people have realized that these are much harder to get than PMGs for the most part. And I think a lot of people are saying that basically, this is probably these are print runs between 50 and 100 cards total, maybe based on the case count cases produced. So these are pretty tough. And so if you compare them to red PMG, bronze PMG, these are much rare. And they're closer to the blues maybe in terms of total print run, but no one really knows. And that's one of the big mysteries is like how many Jambalayas are there? But they're tough. And so to grab one right now, I think is kind of the last. I think we're going to have a few more opportunities to get some of these, and then they're going to get locked away, put into vaults again, and only be sold on big auction houses and at some prices that I can't afford. So I grabbed a couple when I could, and hopefully I can get a few more. But I'm very doubtful I'm going to be able to pull a major character in 13 again. I'll probably be able to get the 15s and 17s still, but the 13s are going to be tough, I think, in the future. So there it is, guys. That's my Marvel Mail Day. Let me know in the comments which cards you like the best. I'm getting ready to film the comic book update. A lot of cool books there as well. And I'll see you next time. Cards and Comics. Bye.